Guys, this is what they call $1 million view, $1 million lifestyle. But I'm not here to talk about how amazing this place is, because it is. I'm here to talk about it doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you don't feel secure within, you can't enjoy things like this. You can try to run away, you can try to go to like fancy vacations and do like the most, but if you're not feeling happy internally, what's the point of all this? You know, because you're just gonna feel like, nah. Like for me, I know it sounds like I'm being ungrateful, but I'm financially screwed because I had to extend my car rental and I didn't even realize it was going to take all my money. So now I'm left with like, I am going to get paid, but it's just not until a couple more days. So right now, I can't really do anything. I can't really go out, and I've got all this internal junk within me that is just stressing about how am I going to pay this, how am I going to do that, and instead of just being, I'm being in turbulence, okay? God really made me sit down with my emotions yesterday to reflect. So that's what we're going to talk about, okay? But first, I need breakfast because I'm really hungry. Before we get started, I need you to know how protected and safe you already are, okay? If you're currently going through something, you are protected. And you don't even have to see how, but just be aware that God is watching you. Your thoughts, your emotions, how you're acting, your heart, your soul, all of it is being noticed from God. The sun came out, so that's your sign, okay? So the reason why I want to make this video is because we've seen it. We've seen people, not just famous people, but we've seen people reach so much success and then they get there and they're not even happy. I'm sorry if the cars are a bit loud, but people who have experienced that, they were just chasing. They weren't really taking the time to listen to their inner guidance, you know, the emotion. Sometimes what looks good doesn't mean it's always good. You have to go with what your core, what your gut is telling you, okay? Because if you ignore that, then there's really no point of trying to escape to holidays and trying to escape to, you know, reach there. It's like, what's the point? Because you won't feel anything, you know? What's the book got to say, first of all? Every time you push through something tough, pause and recognize it. You didn't just get through it, you grew stronger. Keep going because you're capable of more than you realize. And I feel like that's the theme. That's the theme of this, okay? Life will push us in directions we don't want to be in, okay? Yesterday, I saw two sides of me. I saw one that was really ambitious, very like, got shit done. And I was working on my business, I was creating content, I was doing a lot of good things in terms of my passion. But then when it came to my finances, I was, all of that good feeling, all of that abundance I was feeling and the happiness and the passion vanished. completely vanished because I went straight into my thoughts. I was thinking, how am I going to pay this? How am I going to get there? This is scary. I'm overwhelmed. And it's good to acknowledge the pain that you're in. Acknowledge it. Don't run from it. I didn't run from it. I let myself cry. I let myself scream. But the thing is, you got to speak to God at that point. You have to pray. It doesn't matter. You don't have to have a full blown from the Bible. You don't have to say things like, art thou this from the heavens of. You don't have to talk like that. You can literally talk to God like you're talking to a father that you love. Someone who's watching you, supporting you. I talk to God as though he's my father and my best friend. I always say, like, I can see what you're doing with me. I can see who you're trying to help me become. And that is why I'm continuing to do this. So I acknowledge this pain that I'm in, and it's starting to make me realize where I've made my mistakes, financially, structurally, stability-wise. I could have done better, but I trust that I'm being guided so that when the time comes for me to have more discipline, and I'll be ready. Okay, so I didn't have that thinking when I was going through it yesterday. Let's just be very clear. But I'm talking about feeling secure within. How do you feel the security within you when your life is going absolutely crazy? Okay, first thing you can do is start a safety ritual. That's the place where no matter where you are, you can tell yourself, I am safe, I am protected, I am loved. Miracles will find me when it's time. And you can just sit in that energy, light a candle, put some incense on, music, have some tea, have some coffee. Just sit and think of God sitting with you and saying, I am safe, I am protected. Just keep affirming that to yourself, okay? Because if you want to keep reminding yourself that you're going to be screwed and you're not going to be able to do that and you're going to have this shit happen to you, like if you sit with that, of course it's going to feel like a nightmare in your surroundings. So you get to decide. You get to decide what you want to feel. Do you want to feel peace? Or do you want to feel chaos? Okay? Because sometimes we stress about things that are out of our control anyway. And if you can shift your mind from, trying to control everything, trying to make sense of everything, if you can switch from that to confidence, which will look like, you would already know. Think about everything you've already overcome. You can handle things. You've just proven to yourself many times that you can handle things, right? You've done it in the past. It wasn't easy. You somehow got over it. So this is just another one of those. So switch from the control to confidence. And you'll notice like, oh, okay, yeah, I can do this. And that will help you stay put, okay? Because don't control things. That's actually going to ruin it for you. Because God is in control. We do our part the best way we can. We acknowledge our pain. We acknowledge where we went wrong. And then we say, all right, show me. Show me. Let's have what's another message? When there's an opportunity, seize it. It's a chance for growth and change. So don't hesitate to grab it and make the most of it. Exactly. When we refocus on something that could give us more clarity, more peace, you know what that looks like? Get creative. When your life is becoming a mess, be creative. That's what I did. I was making content. I was listening to music. I was drawing. I was, just really being in my element. So transmute it. Transmute all that fear into writing, singing, praying. But don't just sit in it, because that's where we all mess up. And then we spend days and days and even years still dwelling in it. Like this morning, I was woken up with so much fear, so much overthinking, so much why is this coming up again? And just all these reoccurring memories. And I'm like, why did I have to wake up like this? And then I decided to change my mindset. I'm like, I am not starting the day like this. Let me go be creative. I have nothing else to do. Let me make a YouTube video. Let me make some nice breakfast. Let me just indulge in what I have right now. Okay? Because we cannot, it goes back to the control thing. You can't control what's outside of you, the external situations, the pain, the how am I going to do that? How's it? Forget the how for now. Now is not the time to figure it out. Now is not the time to make sense. Just breathe. Close your eyes, no matter where you are in this life. Close your eyes and tell yourself, God has me. Otherwise, I still wouldn't be here. God is teaching me something. God is showing me that I can handle this. I've dealt with so much in my life already, so why would he abandon me now? He's not going to do that. And you have that much faith and belief that you will be looked after, you will, because, hello, you're still here today. You're still living. You still have a reason to be here. You still have purpose. You still have something that you need to share in this world. I want you to be so grounded in that, because it's true. God doesn't create weaklings. God creates warriors who listen. You are not a weakling. You are not that. Okay? Last message from the White Book. Oh, that perfect message. Thank you, God. You kept going, and because of that, watch as all the rewards start to flow your way. I'll read that again because I sound horrible. You kept going, and because of that, watch as all the rewards start to flow your way. Oh. And the next page, thank you, God, for ending the message like this. God says, I see you, I believe in you, I appreciate you, I love you, I will deliver for you. The universe. That actually just made me so emotional. Ooh. Can we all just take a moment to say thank you, God? Because it's true, like, we are so looked after in ways that might not make sense to us, but we have to remember God is doing God's part. We just have to allow everything to happen the way it is, even if it makes no sense. Just know that you're protected. We are all protected. And that security, that's actually God holding you inside. When you find that, that's God saying, good, you found me. You found me. Now hold tight, because we got this. Okay? You got this. And the sun came out. This was so in alignment. I hope this helped, okay? Love you guys.